They say that the couple that troops together stays together, and nothing can be truer than with my guests today. I have Kok'ro Darrvha and Ca'ut'reeyah, both members of Gurek clan, husband and wife duo. We call them the power couple. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Baelin. We're happy to be here.
Everybody says that, and especially for members of Gurek clan, no, you're not. You're contractually obligated to be here, but I appreciate the fact that you fulfill that contract. So
You're not supposed to tell anyone that.
Whatever works for me. I can't let everybody know I'm nice. I have to let everybody think I'm a get to work kind of guy. Anyway, let's get to the fun part. What got you guys into the Mando Mercs? Especially as a tag team there.
All right. Before we joined the Mercs, we joined the Rebel Legion, and before we did that, Carrie Fisher died. Really sad start, but what it did is we first moved up here, and we went to the memorial at the Space Needle. And we were thinking, because we've been doing cosplays for a number of years, why don't we have anything Star Wars?
It's about time we made a Jedi and got into the Star Wars community. And we had just moved to a new state. We didn't have a whole lot of friends. We needed a new support system and something to do. And we're like, okay, we're going to make the jump. We're going to make Jedi. So
we go to a Joann's. We get all the fabric. We're at the line to cut. And a certain mercenary behind us, wearing his gang colors, looks at our fabric and says, "You're making Jedi, aren't you?"
And we told him yes, and we noticed the mythosaur on his coffee cup, and we started talking about that, oh, the Mandalorian mercenaries are a thing. And I'm like, wait a minute, what is? So I was very new to the whole Mandalorian mercenaries thing and did a little research. We found out they were all going to a con down in Portland, and we're like, let's go take a look and see what it's all about.
It was Wizard World.
Wizard World, yeah.
We met up with Concordia.
We met up with Concordia, got kind of an introduction, got to meet some of them, but we got to see all of the armor, and I think it was kind of love at first sight. I saw the battle damage and how much stuff and the weapons and how just friendly and excited everybody was about, oh, are you interested in making this stuff? Let me tell you how to make it. We can get you started. So from there, I took a look at my husband, and I was like, we're doing this. We're going to make these. So I think within maybe another 9 months, we finally had our first iteration of our armor, our first armor anyway.
We were trooping at Wizard World as our Jedi, our first, not our first approved one, but it was our first trial with the getup. So we're walking around with laser swords, and they're like, hey, you have those. Those aren't allowed. You need a blaster.
No. But from there, I think we were doing our first trial troop in our Mandos by like Halloween. So
I remember meeting you both at Jet City Comic Con November of 2017. It was the first time I saw you guys in armor, and it was that
they were very close.
Yep.
Following January and February, I believe you both got your member number.
We were both in January.
Were you both January?
She was very beginning. I think it was very end. It was
Okay.
3 weeks apart.
I think I was February, but
You were before me. I know that.
I know I was before you.
Not that there's any competition there.
None, zero.
So again, like I said, what is it like? And because I've been doing this for a long time, but my spouse has never trooped with me other than as a handler. What's it like seeing your partner and trooping with your partner in costume, and having to switch from, sweetie honey dear to maybe still sweetie honey dear, but that shift in mentality when you go into character? What's that like?
It's very easy. When you put on your helmet, we can't hear each other.
Easy or lucky?
Maybe a little of both. I don't know.
There's a lot of, huh? Can you hear me?
What?
Speaker check.
I can't hear you with your
Hey,
mic on.
is my sash still where it's supposed to be? Hold still, your snap is undone. It's a lot of meticulous checking of one another the entire con.
The nice thing about having us both do it is it's kind of having a built-in handler. He knows how my my kit works and I know how his kit works. So I can help him with the parts that he can't do himself, mainly his gauntlets, and then he can help me with my stuff. My stash is too long. But it's really kind of great. We've been costuming together since we first met. So it's been going on maybe 10 years, almost 11.
It's May.
That we've been together and costuming together, and we just started crafting and cosplaying from the start. So this was just like the next thing, the next logical jump.
That's a significant part of y'all's relationship, is that joy and passion in that. And that's awesome. That's one of the reasons I wanted to have you both on at the same time, is that shared joy that you guys have. So let's talk about favorite troop, whether you guys have the same favorite troop, different favorite troop. What's your favorite thing you've done since you've become a Merc?
We went to Lilac City with a jail cell that we made 10 days prior with the help of my dad, and we spent lots of blood, sweat, and tears trying to keep the hole saws from burning up while we were cutting it out. Had the whole thing set up, put it into the back of a trailer, drove it 6 hours to Spokane, and had Boba Fett sign it.
Oh, so good. I also very much like that one. It's a smaller con, so it's easier to hang out with the artists, with your fellow clan members, with the celebrities. And Daniel Logan was just such a kind of a down-to-earth person that he's like, jail cell, yeah, I'll sign it.
Let me
It was just a great experience. And we got to hang out with our clan a whole lot, talk to, unofficial members, and kind of get people interested. And it was a great way to just kind of be with each other. That was pretty great.
Yeah, I also very much enjoy Lilac City. That's one of my favorites. Notwithstanding the ability to go get some chilies and get some good but so, that Lilac City is your favorite. Something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. What's been your least favorite part?
The ever fighting battle with certain parts and their slight lack of misfit. Like my knees, I have blown my knees. If you want to kneel, you have to pick the knee up, you have to fit it. My current armor is made of Sintra, and that is going to be changing because I absolutely hate having something that looks like armor that can't take any abuse. It's horrible.
I think it could be summed up into one word: hindsight. That we didn't exactly have everything perfect when we first made our kits, but we've come such a long way now that we know how to fix those issues, and we haven't yet. And we know what we did wrong and what to fix for the kits to come in the future. So it's just those little things. My snaps keep coming undone at my shoulders and my chest plate, and it's driving me crazy. And I can't wait to switch it out.
The second one would be overheating. You have your helmet on, you have your batteries in, you have your gloves on, you forgot to actually turn them on, which means I have to reach out, try and finger the thing to get it to turn back on. All the while you're still sweating bullets and you can't hear anyone.
Yeah.
It's all of the stress just trying to get something to work while you're overheating is not fun. It never puts me in a fun place.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. You guys have heard me talk my story about the July 4th parade where these Baelin.
No.
And that's, and like you guys talked about, the hindsight, it's a fantastic way. Your V1 kit, your very first kit, is never perfect. And it's whether you decide to fix it in that or start over. I've done all of the above. I know you guys are working on both actually new kits.
Yep.
Whether it's going full metal or going for a rather unique, for lack of a better way to phrase it, theme on your new kit, Kok'ro. I love where you're taking it, by the way. I don't know if you have that helmet handy to show, if you want to show it off.
Yeah, go grab it. He'll go grab it.
But I like to give you that chance to show it off because it's not something I've seen too often, and I like the way it's done.
I'm loving it, how it's come out. I'm going for a very kind of Star Wars bird motif. So
It's an excellent play off of the starting base of the night owl. And that is based on what bird?
the Heliost from Bespin. So what I was attracted to when I very first saw the Mercs was all the battle damage and how grungy things can look and how battle worn. And my first kit has some battle damage, but it's almost a little cartoony, which is right here. But it still has the signature moon. And I really happen to like wings and birds.
Never would.
So I know, right? So that's where the wings came from here. But the damage on the first helmet is a little, it's a little more drawn on, and I wanted it to feel a little grungier, a little dirty, a little more battle worn.
Chips, that's melts.
I have all kinds of stuff, and I also wanted it to be very unique, so hence the head spines and the markings in the front here. So it is very unique, but I'm very attached to it.
Good.
I like it very much.
Don't drop it.
Yeah, don't drop it. We don't want that to happen.
No. Now, Ca'ut'reeyah, you also have, talking about uniqueness, you have a very interesting way of weathering your kit, because when you got a pre-order, your kit was pretty much pristine.
Yep.
And you have a very interesting way of weathering your kit as you go forward.
Yep. So I started with the idea I wanted something monochromatic. I wanted to be showing up the same in a color picture as it would in a black and white picture. And with very few exceptions, the entire kit is built that way. But because it is two-tone silver, I wanted it to get a little bit more character and tell more of a story than just have all this damage pre-done to it. They have to maintain and all these things. So instead, I looked at all the brigade sets, and I wanted to go towards a force hunter, but not initially. I wanted to make my kit transition into it. So every time I go trooping, something is going to break. I know this. It's plastic. It's a costume. Cosplaying for 10 years, this is a statement. It is not a if, it is a will.
And it's either accidental
or intentional.
Or on purpose.
So anytime I go and troop, anytime I put the kit on, something is going to happen to it. I'm either going to accidentally hit myself in the back of the helmet with my rifle as I swap it from my resting position to shoulder, which did happen at a kit, at a troop for the, it was a hockey game. I can't remember who was playing. It could be sitting down next to a brick wall and accidentally putting a groove into your back plate. Or it could be going out for a photo shoot and nothing happens at all. So I go, hey, Baelin, take this stick, hit me.
As hard as you can.
No, not as hard as you can.
That's what it sounded like from the house.
Well, Baelin's holding the stick going, are you serious? This is ludicrous. What is wrong with you?
No,
And
it was more like, are you sure?
Our former Mr. Boss Man is in the corner going, oh God. So you just go up with a stick, go whack, and you just hear this crack. So you look down like, yep, one of my chest plates is now in a couple of pieces. Perfect. Thank you. Go over to the kit, weather the thing up, spray paint it, and give it a weld.
Yeah, there you go. And it is fun to watch as you do that. And one of the best things I can say about that is if something happens to your kit, you're not, oh no, my kit. It's
no.
It's a feature.
Yep.
It's there's the running joke of anytime anything bad happens to a Mando set of armor, we all joke, oh, weathering.
Battle damage.
That's legit.
Yep.
I carry a specific rattle can paint that matches the tone of the armor. So anytime something's broken, anytime something chips, I just need like a paper bag in 30 seconds and I'm good to go.
Yeah. All right. You guys have had an opportunity to see a few of these episodes. So now we're going to do the lightning round. If you haven't seen it, lightning round's my favorite part. It is, I'm going to throw out something Star Wars, give you a choice. You have to pick. No thinking.
Hey.
Nope. It's just first answer.
All right.
If you guys want to both throw out answers, you can.
Let's try.
Both
So-
answers.
Answers. You go
So-
first.
Here we go. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. So, start easy. My favorite question: Boba or Django?
Boba.
X-wing or Millennium Falcon?
TIE Fighter.
Hey, there you go. There's no wrong answers except for the Imperial Star Destroyer or the Death Star?
Ooh. I do love the Star Destroyers.
Rey or Leia?
Leia.
Han or Mando?
Mando.
Chewie or Queel?
Ooh. Chewie.
There we go. That's the lightning round. All right, you're up. You ready?
Questions are the same questions.
No, they're different. It's whatever I come up with.
Oh, marvelous. Go for it.
Cool.
So, again, first question is always Boba or Django.
Boba. I've met him. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. I'm sorry. I have to make a corollary.
You've made
I met Boba first. Then I met Tamora Morrison.
So, okay. So you got Django. Sarlacc or sail barge?
Or which?
Sail barge.
I'm going to have to go with the Sarlacc on that one.
Good
Just
choice.
because we love pushing Jester into one.
Oh, Jaster.
Have to enjoy that for a moment. A-wing or B-wing?
A-Wing. More maneuverable.
Slave One or Millennium Falcon?
Falcon. That thing's been blown up so many times and it still works.
Leia or Padme?
You have to think about that.
I'm going to have to go with Leia on that one.
Okay, good.
I just had to weigh the choices on it. It's just,
And I have different reasons for that question, and it's not what everybody thinks it is. So that was the lightning round. See?
all right.
So this is an opportunity I give you guys to throw out anything you want to share with our tens of viewers, or anything that you want to say, what you're looking forward to.
Bold of you to assume we have a dozen.
We have 134.
I would say to the unofficial members and the people wanting to get
Or trying to.
into the Mandalorian mercenaries, if you put your mind to it, you can do it. Reach out.
I thought you were going to start quoting Back to the Future.
No.
Put your mind to it, you can accomplish anything.
Well, you can. But reach out, talk to your Rooses, and you can join us. You can have fun too.
It seems like a lot of work at first. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of things you need to read. The easiest way of doing it is talking to someone in person, because you'll have a much better understanding of what we're trying to communicate. When you read something with one set of rules from one source, it's a lot like a college class. Sometimes it doesn't translate very well, but as soon as you have multiple points of view, you really gain a perspective.
Yeah, and that's a really good perspective. Once you get the tutor, it makes, click, and now you get it, and you realize why it's there and why it's written the way it is. But here's practical application.
Yep.
All right. Well, again, I do thank you both for taking the time out of your busy quarantine to sit with me and shoot the breeze. I look forward to seeing you guys in person before too long. So, again, Kok'ro Darrvha, Ca'ut'reeyah. I'm Baelin Halon, and this has been Off the Tusk.